Okay, we're gonna try this. Um, this face tracking and all that right here. Um, I'm not sure how well this thing's gonna do for the type of stuff that I do, because I have a tendency to wander away, and I don't know how well this thing actually is going to work to track me. But I also have my microphone. I've got everything going on, and I'm afraid that it's going to start following things that are in my hands instead of my face. What if I step away from the camera? Okay, so it did still track me even though my face was away from the camera. A lot of this is all just kind of testing, kind of like a lot of the things that I do. This thing has a fully charged battery, but he has no power. So that's interesting. Let's see about grabbing my tester, and we'll just find out if there's any power to that. First, I gotta figure out where I put it. So now, I've left the camera's view. Follow me, camera. It's not wanting to follow me. Come with me. Come hither. So I'm walking too fast for the camera, I've decided. But it's able to follow me to the toolbox, which is kind of cool. There's all my testing stuff. Come on, camera. Follow me, camera. That's interesting that it's not wanting to pick me up very well. That's very interesting. This is a very cheap one, so I'm very interested to see how well this goes. So far, I'm half-assed impressed with the camera. I'm very impressed with the microphone. Okay, so that's reading 12.15. So I should at least be getting something to the ignition key, but I'm not. So I've got a bad 30 amp fuse here. That is a definitely bad 30 amp fuse. Boom, okay. I'm gonna take this jumper wire. I still have nothing. Okay, I have power to this side, which is power straight off of there. I need to find me another fuse here, something to use for a fuse. Go ahead and just jack one from here for now. Okay. That'll give me a fuse here. And let's see. Now we have power to there. Ooh. Got a solenoid click here. The high beam. I have nothing to the high beam here. That's ignition. I have power to one side of the fan. I don't know what P source is. I only have power to one side of it. I bet that fuse is popped too. Oof, that one's in there tight. Okay, yeah, P source fuse is popped. So underneath this piece right here, it's kind of a shitty design from Suzuki. The exhaust runs right up underneath that, and there's no real good heat shield. So when that thing falls down, which it inevitably does, it burns the bottom of these wires. And I don't know, you probably can't see it from where you're at, but it's definitely been melted, at least a little. So what I'm going to end up having to do is I'm going to have to go in and clean that all up. I was just hoping to get... Oh, there we go. That's cool. All right, we have crankage. I'm guessing P source is probably like the fuel pump, if this has a manual pump on it, or an electric pump. I have another relay under here. Okay, that's my ignition coil. So I'm very interested if that works at all. Push this up out of my way here. Again, this is not the greatest design. Oh yeah, that motherfucker is full of shit. Oh my god, you should wait until you see this fucking air filter. This is no wonder this thing didn't run where the fuck. They told me when I bought it, it was parked because it started running like shit. And a lot of this could be mouse pee, but I have a feeling a lot of it is lack of maintenance, man. All right, that's a Phillips head down in there. Look at that filter. Fucker. Hey, camera. Look at that fucking filter, dude. That is nasty. Nasty, nasty. Okay. I need to get my vacuum. All right, next check. We're going to we're just going to do some testing here. We have fire. We definitely have fire. So now we know at this point, at least, it is worth digging into more. I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the plastics and everything. Get everything to the point where I can take it all down to the pressure washer. We're going to spray off the motor. We're going to spray out the insides of everything, get all the oil, all the grease, all the shit out of this thing, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so we're partway through the teardown process, and a lot of things are jumping out at me at once. First of all, look at how caked in mud this head is. That is fucked up. This thing very likely ran very, very hot because there was no way there was any cooling getting done through these cooling fins. This is an air-cooled motor, which means this fan is pulling cool air from the front through the oil cooler, through the fan, and blowing it across this. And then this port here is supposed to have this plastic piece attached to it, which is missing. The rubber to go from this oval shape to the round shape, and it's supposed to come up here to a box, and that box is gone. So this thing is just full of mud, which is telling me that more than likely this belt drive system in here is packed full of mud too. I'm gonna keep on tearing this down. We're gonna pull the tank off, get it drained, pull the rear plastics and the battery and all that stuff out so I can get this thing down to a pressure washer and get it completely clean before I do any more teardown, or before I do any more of trying to make this thing run. We're also going to ditch this front bumper, and I may try to find a new one. I may not. I may end up just having to make new brackets to hold the front plastics on and get rid of the front rack that was originally there. It was all bent up too. That's the update for now. Are you following me? She's not perfect, but she runs.